Hey guys, Brickset here, and in this video I'm going to be combining the Hogwarts Clock Tower set with the 2020 Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Both sets have a theme around the Yule Ball. They even go so far as to both include a set of Yule Ball, Harry, Ron, and Hermione minifigures. So there's a lot in common with these two sets, and I want to sort of combine them because I think some of them do things better than the others. So let's just get into that now. So in the Advent Calendar set, you get 6 minifigures, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and then the Parvati twins, Padma and Patil, and then Cho Chang in her Yule Ball dress. In the Hogwarts Clock Tower, you get, again, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but then Victor Crumb, Fleur Delacour, and Cedric Diggory, and then Madame Maxime and Dumbledore in his Yule Ball attire. So basically my goal here is to take elements from this and sort of bring them into this scene, because the Hogwarts Clock Tower set obviously has sort of this whole section right here that is Yule Ball themed with this little turntable. So in the official set, the only actual couple that you get is Victor Crumb and Hermione. So let's put those two sort of dancing right now. Obviously, I'll remove their wands because every figure in these sets comes with wands, but we don't need them. So we'll just sort of have them dancing. Thankfully, in the Advent Calendar, there are these 3 figures. So Cho Chang obviously went with Cedric, who we got in the original set. So we can put those two together, something like that. I don't know. And then the Parvati twins went with Harry and Ron, so maybe we'll make it so he's not having a great time here. Because he's sort of jealous of Hermione and Crumb, and yeah. And one thing I actually kind of messed up is if you have them all in the same thing when they spin, I don't know, it just looks really cool. Because they all sort of cycle together. So that's cool. So I don't have the Beauxbatons carriage arrival set. If you do, then there's a printing of Hagrid in that set that has his sort of suit that he wears to the Yule Ball. But he sort of goes with Madame Maxime, so you could put those two together. And they will actually, if you do it right, which you have to put Madame Maxime on here, they will actually fit in the back through the thing. So you could have them dancing together, though that's really close. And Hagrid's arms kind of splay out, so I don't know. It looks kind of funny. But you could have that there too if you wanted. But since I don't have that Hagrid, I won't be doing that. So they'll just go off to the side here. Now in this little entryway here, we actually have the Goblet of Fire and then this chest that doesn't actually have anything in it, which is a little weird. Maybe you can put all the excess wands in there if you wanted. But in the Advent Calendar, we also got this build for the Goblet of Fire, which I like this one way better. So I'm going to remove the old goblet and then put this one from the Advent Calendar in there. And it also fits in there, so it's not like it's in the way. So that works really, really well, I think. So this chest right here, you can put stuff in it, obviously, but since there's nothing in it, I'm going to just remove it because I have a better use of the space. Taking it out now leaves room for the smaller Christmas tree that came with the Advent Calendar. And by attaching 2 studs to the base of it, which these are extra pieces in literally any Lego set, you could actually sort of just keep it fixed on the ground there. It's a little hard to see the star because of this beam, but I think it looks pretty good. Then you can throw some of the presents that came with the Advent Calendar in here. I won't stick them down all the way, but there you go. Then in the bathroom down here, you actually get another golden egg from the Hungarian Horntail Challenge. You get one in the Advent Calendar on this little couch here, so you could put one in the bathroom. Additionally, if you have Moaning Myrtle from the Series 2 CMFs, you could put her in here as she is also in this scene. So I think this is where I will display her for my Hogwarts. I'm also going to just sort of throw the couch here loosely. There's also this little table in the Advent Calendar, which we can also throw next to there. I know it's not the Gryffindor common room, but I kind of want to make this a little bit of a Christmas area. So maybe I'll also throw in this whole fireplace build right here. Sort of have it do something like this, or just be an extension of the castle. Just to get all the detail in there, you know? And then the chest, I'm going to just stick sort of on these couple of studs right here. Just because, I mean, there's nothing else really going on there, so I'll just throw the chest there, because why not? Back to the Yule Ball, outside of it, sort of next to it, we can have that Christmas tree, and then obviously the couple of tables from the set. There's also this really nice table from the Advent calendar that we can add to the scene, and then maybe we can have Madame Maxime and Hagrid admiring the ice sculpture. Maybe Dumbledore's also there. And Fleur. Harry in the Advent calendar came with this really nice Yule Ball print, which I would hate to go to waste. So I'm just going to give it to Fleur, so she has something to read because her date is not here. Then this is from the 2019 Advent calendar, but if you have this Flitwick, you can have him playing the keys. Maybe he's also reading some music, and it's got a little microphone for when he wants to sing. I don't know. And this megaphone thing can also sort of be there, blasting music. We're left with a couple of trees from the Advent calendar, so we can also just add those to the scene. Lastly, there were 3 mini builds included in the Advent calendar, and if you wanted to, you could sort of display those. That leaves us with the Triwizard Cup and this wrapped up Firebolt broomstick. The cup, I think we've gotten better versions of. Like this one's very detailed, but it's just not minifigure scale. Like it's literally the size of Harry, so I don't know. I won't be including this in my Harry Potter display. The Firebolt, you could put it under the tree over in the corner, or you can put it in the Great Hall if you have that set. Up here we have Dumbledore's office, and here I'm going to include some things that actually didn't come from the Advent calendar either. If you have the Series 2 grip hook, this is just a much better Sword of Gryffindor, so let's get rid of that one. Put the new one in there. There, that looks so much better. Then there's this Pensieve right here, which, I mean, it's a fine build for what it is, but we actually got, in my opinion, a much better one with the Series 1 Dumbledore with its little printed dish piece. So, using some extra parts, I'm just going to stick this on and actually replace it. It's a little cramped, but I'm okay with that. So there you go. In the back, you'll see a sticker with the Sorting Hat on it, and then Fox, which is kind of funny. In the Great Hall set from 2018, we got a much better printed Sorting Hat piece. Come on. So I'm actually going to stick this right here because this is Dumbledore's office we're talking about. And then in that Great Hall set, we got this Phoenix for Fox, which is brick built, and it's nice and all. But we got a much better one in the Series 2 CMS for Dumbledore. So I'm actually going to do that and add that little detail there, which I think it looks a lot better. With that, we have an empty Advent calendar and a really, really nice looking scene. I love all of the detail that's happening right here. And yeah, so just by combining these two sets, obviously it gives you a lot more to play with. It just sort of decorate the area, make it feel a lot more festive, and you can add some details up in Dumbledore's office and the bathroom if you have other sets as well. Now the last thing I'm going to do is add the clock tower to my Hogwarts display. So let's now start migrating things over. So the Yule Ball obviously took place in the Great Hall. So I'm thinking I might want to add just the little sort of spinny dance thing and all of the Yule Ball stuff. I might want to stick that onto the castle right here. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is going to have to move, but that's kind of the point of what I'm doing. So I think I'll put that segment here and then have the Yule Ball here. But then the rest of the clock tower I will move all the way to the end of the castle to sort of also have something tall over there, because right now it looks a little unfinished, And I think that adding the clock tower will really, really help that. So let's get into a time lapse. All right, so I think I got some pretty cool stuff going on here. The old ball took up a lot more space than I was kind of thinking it would, but that's okay. So things kind of had to shift and really crunch over there. I moved the room of requirement, obviously, and then I had to sort of create this like common room space, I guess, right there. Buckbeak is sort of inside the castle, but you know what? It's fine. And then Hagrid's hut right there. I put Mad Eye Moody in his classroom with that little sticker there. And then up here in the hospital wing, I put some year 3, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Harry and Hermione are about to use the time turner there. Put Dumbledore in his office. And it's actually really nice that piece sort of arcs inward, because then I was able to have the clock tower sort of facing that way instead of being a straight line from there to here. So that worked out really nicely. I put the firebolt in the Great Hall with a Harry there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this and you're new, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.